What makes Niko Bellic the best protagonist in GTA history? Everyone loves an underdog story, and the biggest underdog in GTA has to be Niko Bellic. Niko was born in a very poor family and was forced to take up arms in the Yugoslav War. You have to understand his background to understand his personality and demeanor. The Yugoslav War is the deadliest war that took place in Europe after World War II, and Niko likely witnessed many war crimes while still being a teenager during the war, and it's even hinted he committed some himself. Life didn't get better for Niko after the war either. He ended up taking part in human trafficking just to get by. The reason Niko comes to the US is because his unit is betrayed by one of their own, and he is one of the 3 survivors of the unit, and he tracks down one of the other members to Liberty City. In Liberty City, he gets help from his cousin Roman, who has a crippling bowling addiction and is just a civilian. Once Niko is in Liberty City, he has to rely on odd jobs to get by, and soon ends up falling into organized crime like after the war. In the beginning of the game, Niko just can't let go of the dark side of him, not only because he needs to get vengeance for his old comrades, but his old Russian crime boss follows him into the city, and Niko keeps going deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole of crime in Liberty City. Throughout the entire game, we desperately want Niko to have a second chance at life, but the more you play the game, the more you feel like he will never get that chance. Niko kills without any semblance of guilt, because he always feels like the people he's killing deserve it, and they kind of do sometimes, to be fair, but deep down he still knows what he's doing is wrong. We know this because of his speech about the war.
War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other. I was very young. I'm very angry. Maybe that is no excuse. Roman? Roman! Are you sleeping, you fat fuck? Come on!
What's the time? Shit.
This is what I think makes Niko the best protagonist in GTA. Every other GTA protagonist isn't like this. Niko is the first character whose reaction to carnage makes sense. Have you ever sat down and thought about what you did in any of the GTA games? For example, at the end of San Andreas, CJ and the gang kill an insane amount of cops and civilians without blinking an eye. Like, dog, you just killed how many people as an LA gangster? Like, no gang in the US could take this much heat. But Niko, a war veteran and criminal, it makes sense that he doesn't flinch at the thought of death. Basically, Niko feels genuine, plus he's pretty funny.
What's your name again?
Big mouth prick.
Better catch us. Sit down.
At the end of the game, Niko takes out all of the gangs he works for and finds the traitor. Now, personally, I think letting the traitor go makes sense for the character, but not gonna lie, I just shot him because I couldn't care less. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the character who inspired the look of Niko. In the end, Niko does get his chance to redeem himself, similar to Michael, who I'm gonna talk about next.